Have you ever scrolled through Quora and seen those heartbreaking posts? Someone writes, "I'm 30, have a good job, but zero savings, and I'm drowning in debt. What did I do wrong?" Or maybe you've seen the one that goes, "I just lost my job and have no emergency fund. I'm panicking. How do I get through this?" These aren't just stories. They're real people facing real financial crises. It's scary, and it makes you wonder, could that be me? The good news is, it doesn't have to be. Today we're going to talk about how to manage your money so you never go broke. And we're not just talking theory. We're going to use these real-life scenarios as our guide to build a financial fortress that can withstand almost anything life throws at you. So, if you've ever felt that knot of anxiety in your stomach when you think about money, stick around. This is for you. First things first, let's address the biggest myth out there that you need to be a Wall Street genius or make six figures to be financially secure. That is absolutely not true. I read a story on Quora from a guy who was a janitor. He never made more than $15 an hour his entire life. But when he retired, he had over $1 million saved. How simple, consistent habits. On the flip side, I've seen posts from doctors and lawyers making $250,000 a year who are living paycheck to paycheck. The difference isn't the income, it's the system. And that's what we're building today, your personal money management system. The first and most crucial step is knowing where your money is actually going. This sounds basic, I know, but you would be shocked at how many people have no idea. They just know money comes in, and then poof, it's gone. So, your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a financial detective for 1 month. Track every single dollar. Yes, every one. That $4 coffee, the $10 subscription you forgot you had, that $50 impulse buy on Amazon. Write it all down. You can use an app like Mint, or YNAB, or just a simple notebook. The tool doesn't matter. The act of tracking does. A user on Quora shared his experience doing this. He thought he was spending about $200 a month on eating out. After tracking for 30 days, he was horrified to find out the real number was closer to $700. 700. That was his aha moment. He wasn't broke because his rent was too high. He was broke because of 1,000 tiny little food delivery decisions. You need to find your aha moment. Where is your money leak? Once you have this data, you can move on to step 2, creating a budget that doesn't feel like a prison. People hate the word budget. It sounds like a diet for your wallet. But I want you to reframe it. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about permission. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. The most effective and beginner-friendly budget is the 50-30-20th rule. It's super simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to your needs. These are the absolute must-haves: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation to work, and minimum debt payments. These are the things you have to pay to keep a roof over your head and stay alive. Next, 30% goes to your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, hobbies, streaming services, new clothes, vacations. This is the part of the budget that makes life enjoyable. By allocating a specific amount, you can spend it guilt-free. You know you can afford it because it's in the plan. And finally, the most important part, 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This is your pay-yourself-first category. This is the money that builds your future, gets you out of debt, and creates your safety net. The key here is to automate it. The moment your paycheck hits your account, have an automatic transfer set up to move this 20% into a separate savings account. Don't even let it touch your main checking account. Out of sight, out of mind. I saw a great tip on Quora related to this. A woman called her savings account Future Freedom Fund. Every time she saw that name, it reminded her what she was working towards. It wasn't just savings, it was her ticket to quitting a job she hated, or traveling the world, or retiring early. Naming your accounts can be a powerful psychological trick. Now, let's talk about that 20% in more detail, because this is where the magic happens. Your first priority for this money is building an emergency fund. Remember that Quora post about the person who just lost their job? An emergency fund is the shield that protects you in that situation. Your goal is to save 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses. Not your full income, just your needs. Go back to your 50% category, calculate the monthly total, and multiply it by 3. That's your first target. This fund should be in a high-yield savings account. It needs to be liquid, meaning you can access it quickly, but not so accessible that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. This is not an "oops, I overspent on shoes" fund. This is a "my car just broke down" or "I have an unexpected medical bill" fund. It's the barrier between a bad day and a financial disaster. Someone on Quora asked, "What's the point of an emergency fund if it's just sitting there earning very little interest?" The answer, which I loved, was, the purpose of an emergency fund isn't to make you rich, it's to keep you from becoming poor. Its job is to provide insurance and peace of mind, and that's priceless. Once your emergency fund is in place, you can shift your focus to aggressively paying down high-interest debt. We're talking about credit card debt, personal loans, anything with an interest rate over, say, 7 or 8%. This debt is like a financial cancer. It grows on its own and actively works against you. There are two popular methods for this: the avalanche and the snowball. The avalanche method makes the most mathematical sense. You list all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest, and you throw every extra dollar you have at the one with the highest rate, while making minimum payments on the rest. Once that one is paid off, you take all the money you were paying on it and attack the next highest interest debt. The snowball method is more about psychology. You list your debts from smallest balance to largest, regardless of the interest rate. You focus all your extra money on paying off the smallest debt first. When it's gone, you get a quick win, a boost of motivation. Then you roll that payment into the next smallest debt. Many people, like one Quora user who paid off $50,000 in debt, swear by the snowball method because those early victories kept them going. Choose the method that works for you. The best plan is the one you'll actually stick with. The important thing is to have a plan and attack that debt with intensity. Okay, so you've tracked your spending. You have a 50/30/20 budget. You've built your emergency fund, and you're tackling high-interest debt. What's next? This is where you start building real, long-term wealth. This is where you start making your money work for you through investing. For many, the word investing sounds intimidating. They picture people yelling on the floor of the stock exchange. But for most of us, it's much simpler. It means consistently putting money into low-cost index funds or ETFs through a retirement account, like a 401k if your employer offers one, or an IRA, a Roth IRA, that you open yourself. If your job offers a 401k match, that is free money. I repeat, free money. A Quora answer explained it perfectly. If your company matches 100% up to 6% of your salary, and you don't contribute that 6%, you are literally taking a 6% pay cut. You must, at a bare minimum, contribute enough to get the full employer match. Not doing so is one of the biggest financial mistakes you can make. After getting the match, the goal is to work your way up to investing at least 15% of your gross income for retirement. This might seem like a lot, especially at first, but this is the power of compound interest. The money you invest today will earn returns, and then those returns will earn their own returns. It's a snowball of wealth that grows bigger and faster over time. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. A 25-year-old who starts investing $500 a month could have over $1 million by age 65, assuming an average market return. But if they wait until 35 to start, they'd need to invest over $1,000 a month to reach the same goal. The message is clear. Start now. Even if it's just $50 a month. Start. Let's tie this all together with a final, practical thought from a popular Quora thread about financial advice. The top-rated answer wasn't about complex investment strategies. It was this: live on last month's income. Think about that. It means you build up a 1-month buffer in your checking account. So on the 1st of July, you're not waiting for your July paychecks to hit. You're living off the money you earned in June, which is already sitting there. This completely eliminates paycheck-to-paycheck stress. It gives you incredible flexibility and makes budgeting a breeze because you know exactly how much money you have for the entire month ahead of time. It's a game changer. So, to recap the system for never going broke. First, track your spending to find your money leaks. Second, create a 50/30/20 budget to give every dollar a job. Third, automate moving 20% to savings. Fourth, use that 20% to build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Fifth, use a plan like the avalanche or snowball to destroy high-interest debt. Sixth, invest at least 15% of your income for retirement, starting with your employer match. And for an advanced move, work towards living on last month's income. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-secure-for-life plan. It takes discipline and consistency. But by following these steps, you can change your financial reality. You can go from being the person posting on Quora in a panic to the person who can confidently handle whatever life throws their way. You can build a life where money is a tool that serves you, not a master that you serve. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on how to take control of your financial future. Let me know in the comments which step you're going to start with first. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one.